Bro, where they from? The belly of the beast. Bro, what they do? Back in the heat. Bro, what they like? Smoking them trees. Bro, how they live? Running the streets. Bro, where they from? The belly of the beast.
Welcome back to another episode Change Tomorrow Today, the hottest podcast on the planet.
Boy, you love that shit. You love it.
So, hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. We are the hottest
Hottest
podcast, man. Marzi, how you enjoying your time so far?
I love it.
That's good.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Hey, do I need to take off a chain and put it on? Put it on your
Right.
neck? I know, right?
Okay. So this episode is a really good one, man. It's about older men dating younger women or dealing with younger women.
Okay.
18, 19, 20, 21, and so forth and whatnot. What do you guys think about that, you guys being women? Should an older man be dealing with a younger women? I call them girls, really. If you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you're good.
I don't think so, because they're not mature enough, the women. And I think when it comes to that, men tend to go that route because they can manipulate them. So they feel like, okay,
Like she could do what I want.
she gonna do what I want. She gonna, she don't know no better. So that's how they see it. Like, she don't know no better. And then it depends the younger too. Like,
Yep.
how old and how younger.
Right. What is the age?
Like,
Gap
you know
here?
what I'm saying?
What's
So
the
it's
difference?
like men tend to go that route when they feel like, okay, I can control her. She's gonna do what I say. She's gonna be what I want her to be, and that's that. Because an older woman not gonna fall for that.
Hello.
So they go that route because it's
They can't control the older woman.
hello. You hear me knocking?
Say your two piece, man.
It's on you. Go ahead.
That's on
You the
We
gentleman
said
on
the
here.
We said the ladies. Ladies first. Marzi said her piece. Now I'm going to hear you, Vic.
Y'all already know how I'm coming with that. You got me fucked up.
Well, last time I think
No.
you was saying a whole lot of icks. Ugh.
It's nasty as fuck to me. When a grown ass man picks out a young girl to date, I'm instantly trying to figure out what exactly are you trying to accomplish. This is a young person whose mind has not fully developed. They may be in college, just graduated high school. What you see in her? Other than some pussy, what you see in her? What you want?
He can control her.
Exactly.
That's it.
Like, when you ask them, what's the like, what you trying
Besides
to...
the looks, he can control her. She's gonna do whatever. She don't know no better.
Yeah.
She's gonna
These
do
are like
whatever.
young girls that still need time to kind of grow and grow into the woman that they're
and
supposed
find
to be.
themselves. They don't
Exactly.
know which route they going, who they want to be, what they want to do.
Their life is still kind of getting figured out.
Well, let me say this, right? I do believe in age gap dating, but I'm not talking about 18, 19-year-olds. And when I say age gap dating, I believe there should be, just my point of view, between 5 to 10 years. I think
Between
5 to 10 years. Like, if a 40-year-old man, I believe a 40-year-old man could date a 30-year-old woman.
Okay,
That
that's
is-
facts. That's valid.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree with that
Right.
too.
And the reason why I'm saying that, because most men hit their financial stride is when they're in their 40s. When they're, you know what I'm saying? When they're in their 40s, they're
These youngins getting money now.
Now
No.
we talking about younger women though. We're
Yeah.
not talking about we're talking about younger shit. Older men date younger women.
Well, you
not
said
cutting you
thir-
off. I'm
Okay.
just saying,
10-year age
Right.
difference.
But the 10
40,
years
30.
that I guess yeah,
right,
I mean, but at 30, she's a grown woman.
right,
basically.
right. And
Well,
I
not
believe,
all of them,
right.
but,
And I
you
think
know.
that's perfect. Like I just said, 40-year-old men hit their strides, their financial stride. They're able to take on a family and, and just take care of all these responsibilities with taking care of this woman or whatever. I don't believe that a 70-year-old man or a 60-year-old man should be dating a woman in her 20s. That, I don't agree with it. I
That's
mean,
creepy.
No, but I mean, no,
I
but-
wanted to say ew.
no, but it happens. I mean, because you do have Bill Belichick, a former coach of the New England Patriots.
Yeah, but we know she with him for that money. Come on now.
I saw
He's
the pictures.
72. He's 72, and he's
Kissing
dating a woman that is 24 years old. Like, with that, I don't agree with that. I kind of like don't agree with that or whatever. Like I said, the age range for me is 5 to 10 years, and also too, correct me if I'm wrong, Ralph, I do know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that when a man meets a woman, he should date a woman that he's 7 years. Correct me if I'm wrong.
not sure.
Yeah, but he said something like that.
I don't to be. You might make the people think I'm Muslim. I'm not.
No.
Muslim.
I'm just saying. Brother Malcolm X even said that as well.
Oh,
He said
no,
that
because
as well.
I don't know. I don't know.
That a man should date.
But I know they have rules.
They have
that
rules.
follow.
Correct.
Yeah,
A man should date a woman that is at least 7 years older than like half his age, or whatever. And historically, men have dated younger women as well. You know, this going on from the beginning of time. Men always dated younger women, but I don't believe a man that's in his 70s and 60s should be dealing with a woman that's in her 20s or whatever, unless he's going to marry that woman, make that woman an honest woman and stuff. So this is my
always
point,
been a thing though. Like older men date younger women.
Always.
Now in this era, because back then it was normal. It wasn't frowned upon. It was like, okay, whatever. Nobody really said anything and it was whatever. Now we got a lot of opinions. We have a lot of platforms that, you know, people say like, oh, that's not correct. That's disgusting, whatever. You understand? So it's like the views and the people opinions make it, but it's always been a thing. It's just now is out in the world and it's like normal. It's normalized because it's a lot of older men that goes that route. And I guess it's for personal reasons. You know, they feel like, I feel like they control them. I feel like they can tell them what to do and they gonna sit down like their little puppet. Okay, she gonna whatever, you know, because the older, he probably done mudded the older women out and had his time with them.
And he done with them.
He done with them and they done with him. So he got to go over there. So.
But you know what? I don't think that's always the case because I've heard younger women that say they just love dating older men. Matter of fact, I remember I came across this post and you had these gentlemen, they call them the silver fox dudes. These dudes that had the salt and pepper beard. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh, they so
these
handsome.
older guys. These guys are like in their 50s, 60s.
I love
and
Grey
these were
Boy.
20-year-old women that was saying that they would love to have one of these men. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of
Well, that's also like a preference.
Right.
That would be a preference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever.
There's no ulterior motive. It's just, hey, I like the way his aesthetic is where it's at.
Exactly.
It's appealing to the eyes.
It's appealing to the eye. Correct. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I do have to ask Al, not since we're talking about this topic. So our last recording, our last episode, you made a statement where you said women turn 21 every day.
Right.
So expand on that so I can expand on how I feel about this topic.
Okay, well, the reason why I say that women turn 21 every day, you have to understand something. What's going out here in the world today, especially in the dating pool, right? Because it seems like there's a gender war that's going on between men and women, right? So men are at the point that they're fed up. They're like, you know what? I'm not going to keep going back and forth with some of these women because you have to understand there are women that are experienced, like they're way experienced or whatever. So a man don't want to have to deal with a woman that is too experienced because men, we like to mold our women. We do.
That's what she said.
Right. We like to mold our women. And to me, a man molding his woman, it is not a bad thing. And sometimes you do get pushback from older women saying, oh, he just wants to control you. Nah, he doesn't want to control you. By a man
They're
molding,
not teachable.
Right. The thing, exactly. It's just a standard. The standard, it's just a standard. The man is just trying to protect you or whatever. Because when a man and a woman, when a man molds a woman and a man and a woman, they're in sync with each other. The woman know how the man think and the man know how the woman think. And this is how the relationship flow. And this is where I was going with this when I said that. It's just a phrase. It's not. It doesn't mean that a man wants a 20-year-old woman. A man is just saying a woman just turned 21 every day. I'm not gonna deal with this crap.
Okay.
That's where I was going with that.
Well, I thank you for that, for explaining what you meant. I feel like that is the most disgusting statement. It's a disgusting statement for an older man to make. We just spoke about the fact that at that age, they're still young. They're still figuring themselves out. They don't really know the world. They're learning. So for older men to tell an older woman like, well, there's women that turn 21 every day. That's a kid. She's still finding herself. So because this woman is maybe not moldable, teachable, in whichever way that gentleman wants her to be. I'm gonna go get this 21-year-old who is basically still a baby. 21-year-olds still live at home with their parents. They're still learning life. They may have just got their first job. They're in college. I'm gonna go get a 21-year-old because she's moldable. She's controllable. That's what makes it disgusting. For me, what makes it disgusting, I'm a mother. And I'm a mother. I have a daughter. I don't. No, that's nasty.
Right.
Go get you someone your age. That one not moldable. That one ain't on your page. Find you one that's on your page. Especially as we grow older and we get older in age, like the way that looks, the way that was my ill. That was my yuck. That was my, because I have a daughter that's coming up in age, and I don't want that. To me, if my daughter's 21 and there's a 40-year-old man approaching her, I'm disgusted, and I'm really trying to figure out what you got going on. And if your excuse is, well, these women my age ain't moldable, maybe you the problem.
Okay.
Maybe you the reason that you ain't find nobody yet within your age. Why are you looking for my daughter? Why are you coming to seek after this young mind who is still forming, still growing, still learning?
Okay.
You're going to control her?
Okay, let me say this, Vic. I get your point, but we cannot sit up here. We cannot sit up here and say that these 21-year-olds are not acting wild out here.
Hey,
we can't sit up here and say that.
Those
These
are two different things.
Listen, let me finish talk. These 21-year-old girls doing more crap than these older women are doing out here today.
But you just said they want them.
Right. If they can go to the store and purchase alcohol, right? You're legal. If you can go rent, no, you're legal. You're legal. I'm not saying that I would do it because
They're legal of age, but mentally
I
they're
get
not.
that point. But we cannot sit up here and say that these 21-year-olds are not acting as crazy like no tomorrow. Back in the days when I was in school, when I was in middle school, I used to see grown-ass men picking up 14-year-old and 15-year-olds.
Me too.
Back in
That's
the
what
days.
I said. It was
so what
always
is the
normal.
difference now?
It was wrong then and it's wrong now.
Okay.
There's no difference.
But we're talking about a
Because
21-year-old.
it's out on the limelight.
Correct.
It's more opinions now.
Correct.
It's people
Because-
voice.
Yeah.
Because
It was
guess
wrong
what?
then.
Yeah,
Because
it
guess
was
what?
always wrong.
A man can go to jail for messing with a 15 and 16 and 17-year-old, but a man can't go to jail for dealing with a 21-year-old because
You're
she's
still giving
legal,
justification.
But she's legal.
Yeah, you're still making
That's all I'm saying.
justification.
Yeah, it is legal.
She's legal.
But we never said it was illegal.
So right, but we can't. But my point is, we can't sit up here and acting like some of these 21-year-olds are angels. You have some
They're
parents.
fast.
They're fast.
So the 40-year-olds are going to run after the fast,
No, but
wild,
that's-
crazy
that's-
21-year-olds
that's their
and
age,
justify
though,
it. That's what they're supposed to do.
I'm just gonna say like
So let's-
young girls are generally fast because young men are too. So like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. No, they're gonna be fast. I mean, because they're just exploring and trying to
Learning life.
figure out themselves. They're just running through everything. You know what I'm saying? But because I have a daughter, my oldest daughter is 18. So I would hope everything I've instilled in her and taught her, like, if you're gonna deal with boys your age. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Like, I don't mind. Like, you know, I can't. Jesus Christ! If you're gonna do, yeah, but just deal with boys your own age. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the old thing is not gonna go down with my daughter. This ain't happening. I'm saying it's just not happening, bro. But her exploring herself, if that's what she chooses to do, Jesus.
But see, let me
stop.
expound on that too. Like what you saying, bro. I agree with that because I tell my daughter the same thing. I say, look, sweetie, you're 21 years old. You can have your whole life ahead of you. I would prefer you to deal with a man that's closer to age with you, that you can grow
with.
Correct. You know what I'm saying?
But then why there's so many statements, and I'm only saying this because there's so many statements out here in the world. There's so many sayings and things that we say. To say a woman turns 21 every day.
They say that a lot though.
Yes,
I've
and it's
heard
so
it
disgusting.
a long time.
It's so
Over?
Yeah.
But this is not a new
This
term.
not new.
though.
It's
This
not
is not.
new.
This
It's
has been this
definitely not.
term. I've been hearing
But the
this
the
term.
problem I had, and the reason I asked you to expand on it is because and this is just again my point. We understand that it's a saying. Oh, everybody been saying it's not new, but you said it, and you said it in the context of this is what you felt. So I wanted to make sure I understood exactly. So now I feel like you somewhat backpedaling because you're like, no, I'm just saying the saying, but you said it in the context to prove a point to me.
And that's why I broke it down. I just broke it down.
Yeah, but then so it's a lot of back and forth. It's
Right,
not.
but
I don't like it.
broke
I
it
feel
down.
like it's a disgusting term. I feel like as I understand the reason that men choose to date younger, that these older women are not moldable, teachable. Whatever the case may be, again, that we can always dig into that and say maybe you're just looking at the wrong women. Maybe you're not looking at
much
women.
We can always agree
You know what I'm
to
saying? Like
disagree.
it's too much to really go into that.
Because peep this, Mozzie. It's experiences, right? For example, if you've been dealing with this individual, that individual, this individual, that individual, and you never give yourself time to heal, right? You're gonna always be looking for something that you experience with this individual. Trauma. You're gonna be looking for it in
It's always
going to
be. It's always the trauma. It's
That's
gonna
my
follow
point.
you everywhere.
Correct. Correct, right? And I think people don't give themselves time to heal, because what people do, you jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, and all you doing is just taking on baggage and all these demonic spirits or whatever. Because with this era that we're in today, people are on demon time. I'm not on demon time.
Me either.
Right. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like what I'm seeing, what's taking place.
It's most of the younger ones. So
place-
y'all older men keep on looking for the younger ones, because she on demon time,
What I'm
baby.
seeing what's taking place today, I don't know this era, because like I said, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 90s.
Correct.
Right?
Me too.
That's the era that I come from, or whatever. But like I said to you, Vic, I explain myself when I say women turn.
Yeah, I just don't like
21
I
over
don't care for the phrase, because I feel
Right.
like it's.
This is a saying that was here since I was knee high. You know what I'm saying? This is a saying.
But everything
it
we
ain't
hear,
going
we don't
nowhere.
have to repeat.
I understand what
And
you're
the only
saying.
reason I presented is because, like I said, when you made that statement, you said it in a context to prove a point. So it came across as if that was something that you believed in. And we have to be careful and mindful of how we say things and in which way that we use these terms. Because just because it's a term that's been around for years doesn't make it okay.
Well,
just
that's-
because those men, when I was in middle school, the same thing was happening. I had friends that had high schoolers and college niggas picking them up. We all experienced it. It never made it okay.
There's so many terms that we use.
I know.
That
I'm not about to
okay.
let you. I'm not
And
about to let
come
you get
on,
justification on it.
Come
No,
on,
don't
now,
say.
Let's knock it off, man.
No, I'm
There's
not.
so many terms. we
Don't use that one.
Each and
You know,
each and every day.
you
No.
know what it is? It's evolution, bro. You know what I'm saying? As time has gone, and we start being able to analyze things that's taking place, because now we're not kids anymore. We're adults, and we got to witness all these things that was taking place when we was younger, and we never understood it. It never made sense to us. And now that we're older, we're able to speak on it. We're able to say that is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And because we're able to do that, because we're able to do that, just because, like I said, a lot of things happened in the past that were okay to the generation that was our age when it was happening, but now we're at the age that we are. We're saying it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I in no way and shape would I want to deal with a girl that's 21, 22. That's like me dealing with my daughter. You don't even know how to clean and wash yourself properly. I'm assuming, because I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying, what am I going to do with that? Because as a grown man, I need a grown woman. I need a grown woman next to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a preference. I just think I think we need to start moving away from that old thinking as if it's okay. Because not saying you're saying something wrong. I'm saying in general, as a people, we need to get away from that, because that doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Just because great grandpa was messing with a young girl doesn't mean that it was okay because I saw it. Well, it's still wrong. Wrong is wrong. And as a people, we need to start holding each other accountable.
People just justify
everything,
and they make everything okay according to their life. So if they doing it and somebody
It's
they know
okay.
they're doing, it's okay, but let it be their child.
Then it's a problem.
Then it's a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
But you can't choose what's right and when is wrong. If right is right, wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, yes,
Thank
it's
you.
been done. Me myself, when I was in high school, I had the security guards and staff try to talk to me, and I was 14 years old.
Yep.
So now looking back at it, it's
14
like,
years old?
yes.
Jesus Christ.
So it's like, now looking back at it, it's like, dang, like
What was he doing?
Exactly. Now, but see, now they put it out there in the world where we can see it. Then I didn't talk to them because I knew it was wrong. Like, I
Right.
cannot talk to this big behind man, and I'm only 14
You're
years old.
14.
I'm right here trying to run track and figure out what college I'm gonna go to. I'm not worried about
Exactly.
you. So thank God, but I know
People that
friends
did.
and I know
Yeah.
people who have messed with men like that. But it's like, now that it's out here in the world, and it's like everything that comes out is like everybody tries to make it okay. It's not okay. Like it's not justifiable. It's not acceptable. Certain things is not acceptable. Certain things are, but you can't force stuff down people's throat because you dealt with it or you knew somebody do it. My mama did it or my grandma did it, but it still was wrong. Wrong is wrong at the end of the day. There's no color to it. And I think that's the world problem. Everybody try to justify every single little thing and make everything okay. It's not okay. At the end of the day, it's wrong.
And then, like you said, they like to play the game where if it doesn't affect them, then it's not wrong.
Correct.
But if you're trying to make sure that as a people we're better than we are, you don't look at it from your perception of it. Like my perspective is it's okay. So it's okay until it comes knocking on your door. But let's just be adult about it. Like that's a young kid. Like that's old enough to be your daughter, your niece. Like what am I do with that? Like.
Because if a grown man came to your daughter,
your
age, you would have a problem with it. You would not be okay with it. That
is not going to happen because you would hope you teach your kids, your daughters better than that, right? So that's not. But just because our daughters won't do it doesn't mean, well, as long as mine won't do it, I don't care about the other. No. It's still wrong.
We got to care about all the kids. That, to me, that's just it's wrong. That's wrong.
I mean, I understand what everybody. I understand everybody's point of view on the topic, but also like I said, these 21-year-olds are savages, man.
But then why would an older man want? That's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
Because they look good.
That's it. But then they complain about it. They want money.
Yes.
They want it. Of course they want money. That girl ain't got no
that's
job.
What she want. And look,
she looks good.
She looks good. That's what you went after she got to be kept up.
But how can you then complain about saying I want a woman or I want a wife or whatever, and you're dealing with a child? Like what? How is that going to translate into a wife?
A woman.
Yeah. Well, but let me say this though.
Or this is just for the thrill. If it's just the thrill, just say it's the thrill.
Right. But let me say this because I remember. When I was playing ball, one of my coaches, he married a young woman. She was very young, and she was very mature. Because it depends on the individual.
Not always
right, that's not,
the
but I'm
case.
just saying. But it depends on the individual. Because even myself, when I was in school, a lot of the young ladies that I dealt with, they were way ahead of their time. They were super mature. They knew what they wanted. They knew they wanted to get married before they left that college campus. And most of them did get married by the time they lived because all of this goes back to your environment. Like you said, if you had a father and a mother that taught you certain things, you already know what you want. So you won't be out here at 21 wasting your youth. And I think that's what's going on too. You do have a lot of young ladies, a lot of young men, that are wasting their youth.
Because that's the world today.
Right. That we're living in or whatever. So me personally, just my point of view, I think that's why I believe in young people getting married early, super early, because it's you're not wasting time, and it's easier for two young individuals, to come up faster financially, to grow together. Exactly, because I don't believe in a pretty, because I hate to see young ladies wasting their youth. I hate seeing it because when I see it, I'm like, damn, because I have daughters. So when I see a 21 or 22-year-old just wasting their youth, I'm like, God, what is she doing? Like, why are you wasting your youth?
She's dating a 40-something-year-old.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not
she
true.
Is. And he's just tricking.
I'm like, why?
Bro, if you like use hindsight, bro, we all wasted our youth one way or another. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you gain knowledge, bro. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That you have to go through the process. Because even if let's say you do get married early,
what if it don't work out?
You're gonna get divorced because you don't know what it means.
And then that'd be the 30, 40-year-old.
No, but you don't know what it means to be in a relationship, bro. Like most people get in a relationship and it's good as long as the good is going. When hard times hit, everybody jump ship. But I think a young kid is not suited for that. They're not trained for that. They don't know how to deal with obstacles. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have somebody else that you may feel that's not on your level, or you growing faster than they are and they're behind. Like these are things you learn as you get older. When you get in a relationship, you understand. Okay, one of us is going to always be ahead of the other. But it's going to be whoever's ahead should pull the other one forward. And that's how you keep that stability going. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk down. You don't be like, go find something else that look pretty or better. To, you know what I'm saying? You just understand, I got to bring this other
Back to
person
the old
along. A young person doesn't know to do that.
Well, I mean, I get your point, but I think it stems from your environment or whatever. Like with brown people and, you know, black and brown people, because we're so used to, you know, growing up in single parent households or whatever, because I remember, like I said, when I was
Because you were
school-
raised on survival.
Right. But like I'm
So,
saying, right.
the mindset is different.
So, you know, I don't really like to compare us to other ethnic groups, but I saw a lot of the Arabs and a lot of the Caucasian and East Indians, they were getting married at a young age fast when I was in school, because that is something that they were
Well, no, but
taught.
that's their culture.
Right, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
different.
That's what I'm saying. That's something that
We don't
they were
have a
taught.
culture, bro. We
that's the
created
thing.
something. We don't
and
have.
that's something that we as blacks and Latinos, that is something that we need to start teaching in our communities, teaching us to come together to coexist, man and women, so we can stop with the bickering and the back and forth, and we could build a healthier, strong community so we can move forward.
Well, what I will say is my daughter be 21 in a few years. Ain't no 40, ain't no 30, nothing. Bet not knock on my door. Bet not knock on my door.
Just let a kid be a kid, man.
I want her to grow and
Let a
flourish
kid be a
and
kid.
learn
But-
and have experiences and live life and figure out who she is.
understand.
Understand who she is and love herself before she has to be worried about or concerned about loving somebody else, loving a man, being a wife to a man, because an older man, essentially that's what he's going to be expecting. And she's not there. I don't care how, my daughter is very mature for her age. I don't care how mature you think she may be. She, as a mother,
Still a little girl. That's
she's still a little girl,
But
and I want her to
historically,
grow.
we would say that older men have always dated young women, and we
Yeah,
cannot say that.
we can
that's
agree to that.
Always, that's always. That's not going anywhere. Okay,
Yeah.
Al Pacino, 84 years old, just had a baby with a 23, 24-year-old woman. So
shows you what kind of pervert he is.
no, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It just shows what kind
Men
of pervert he
always
is.
dated young.
I think once you're like in
Always.
your 30s, whatever you choose to do, whatever the age gap is, that's your business. You know, like that. You do what you want to do. I just think for women,
Yeah, there's a
and-
grace period to it.
Yeah.
It's a grace period to it.
I just think as for the young girls, even I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, my brothers, I never wanted my brothers to date older women for the same reason, because this is a little boy. What you gonna do with this little boy? This little boy is still trying to figure himself out. When you were in college, you trying to go pro. You ain't got what you gonna do with this little boy, other than mold them and train them and bring them up how you want them to be. No, let this boy be a boy. Let him figure out himself, find himself. Men need to learn how to love themselves too.
Now.
Of course, you gonna say opposite. Nah.
You've gone too far, bitch. You've gone too
But it happens so much. That's why the only reason I brought it up is because
'cause
boys have the same experiences with them older women.
I get that. But like, okay, but now if he's 21, 18,
Look at
because you
the
gotta
look.
understand, like, for a man, for a boy, it's different. Because when you meet that one woman that's your woman, you gotta be able to wow her.
Oh my lord!
And in order
I
to,
can't speak
but
to
hold
it.
on, but in order to wow her, you need that experience. You know what I'm saying? See, a man wants a woman that don't have a lot of experience. That's why he wants a woman that, you know, haven't been with a lot of different men. But as a man, when you meet a woman, she expects you to wow her. And I can't wow you if I'm not, these older women are not teaching me something. Teach my son when you get older.
Let me tell you this. And Vic, let me tell you this, Vic. I remember this. I remember, Vic. Listen to this. I remember. I was 23 years old. 23, 24-year-old. I was 23, 24 years old. And I remember I was dating a woman. She was like 48 years old. And her son.
Wait, you were how old?
I was 23, 24. She was 48. And her son was 21. And you know what she used to
What's
tell
your
me?
mommy had to say about this?
Who?
She knew about this?
No, I was
okay.
doing
No,
my
she
thing.
did.
And
She
you
didn't
know
know
what this
about
woman
this.
used to tell me? She used to be like, once my son is not mature like you, I'm gonna be honest with you.
She need to look within.
When I used to hang out at her house, I used to feel like I was his daddy.
That's bad.
No, I'm
It's
just
terrible.
saying, but it's all on the individual.
No, that's
on the
terrible.
maturity of the individual.
That may speak to your level of maturity, but that is bad. That is real bad.
I don't think so.
This is the only time I would say. This is the only time, like I said, I'm gonna say it's different
For boys and
for
girls.
boys and girls. See what I'm saying? Because we all can't be. We're not equal. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, teach my son when he get old. Line up. And teach
But
him
some
so that when
dudes
he
are
made his
mature enough to handle it though.
Yeah.
So,
and even if he's not, help him
I
become
agree
more
too.
mature. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Help him, like you know, teach him something. You can be like, damn, you know, I want my daddy was. I want to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, and
I
you
don't
need
take
a
the same
woman.
stance when it comes to the boys.
Oh,
I
okay,
just don't
okay.
care. You know, like when my brothers talk to me, I don't care to hear. My brother's 21. I don't want to hear about your 30-something girlfriend that's older than me. Like
That ain't nothing.
I don't want to hear it.
nothing.
You
That
can
ain't
save that
nothing.
conversation
That ain't
for
nothing.
somebody else.
That
I don't
ain't
want to
nothing.
hear
That
about
ain't
it.
nothing. Let the
But
man be.
we know that it happens. It's the same thing. It does happen. But that's
Hey, he has to sow his royal oats. And you got to be able to wow your future wife. And you can't do that if you just doing the same old things, man. The older women going to teach you something. And with that being said, this is our show for today. Should older men be dating younger women? Hopefully, I don't know what the answer is to that. Well, the answer is no.
Well, yeah.
I say no. You said no. You said no.
It's your prerogative.
Well, I
It's your
said,
prerogative.
wait, don't come around my house knocking on my door. So good luck to everybody. Do what y'all want to do, but don't come to my door. It ain't happening, homie. Keep it moving. And wish everybody luck. Love y'all. Have a great time. Later.
Peace.